And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live Q&A here on this Wednesday evening. A staple of the channel is a good old Wednesday evening Q&A. But hope everyone is doing well. It is October 4th as of sitting here. You know, I'm not recording anything. This is technically a live stream. And it's 7:01 p.m. So welcome. Let me know what time it is, where you're watching from. But welcome in. This is a chill, laid-back environment. We'll hang out for an hour or so. I'm chewing some gum. If you see anything in my mouth, I don't have some disease. It's just a piece of gum. But drop your questions in the chat. I'll get to as many as I can. Let's talk spooky season. Let's talk Stranger Things. You name it. We'll get into it. It'll be fun. So hit the like button. Helps out more than you guys know. It really does. If you're here now live on the replay, be sure to hit that like button. Super chat is the way to go to guarantee I get to your question, comment, concern. It's a massive way to help support me directly. Makes it possible to keep making these YouTube videos and doing the content that I love doing. So anything goes a very, very long way. With that being said, let's just dive right in and see what we're working with tonight on this fine evening. Okay, let's do this thing. All right, welcome everybody. Ryan, how you doing? Connor, what's good? Taco Boy Studios. There's this again. Danger Edits, what's up? Logan, JG, Force, a Scream or Saw X? Scream 1, Supremacy. That movie is like upper echelon horror for me, period. Love it. Did you see IGN's Loki Season 2 review? I did not. And I don't really care what IGN says, to be honest with you. So I haven't seen that, and I never will probably see the review, honestly. Brutal. I apologize. AP work was never fun in high school. I liked AP US history. Call me a lunatic or a psycho. US history was one of my favorite subjects ever, actually. So I enjoyed A-Push, as we called it back in the day. I don't know if people still say that, but I feel for you. Doing AP art history, that sounds also brutal. Doing both in the same evening sounds brutal. So I hope this is entertaining background noise for you. Main Gamer, what's good? Always good to see you in here. Hope all's well with you also. Super curious, but have you started watching Gen V yet? Watched the first 3 episodes over the weekend. I've been loving it. I haven't started it yet. So, excuse me. I have not started it yet simply because I had to rewatch all of Loki Season 1. I had to watch 4 episodes of Loki Season 2. I've been watching Teen Wolf, and I believe it came out the same night that I went and saw X. So multiple opportunities for me to start Gen V have been shot down by other content. And then Saturday, I watch football all day, like with my friends, or it's just literally my holy day where I watch college football all day. So haven't had the chance to watch it yet. I won't probably watch it for a while, to be honest. I want to get through. I have the priority for me right now is Teen Wolf, and I have 2 seasons left to watch in October. And so that's my priority right now for content consumption in my free time. Because I talk movies and TV so much during the day. I love to sort of turn my brain off from that social media mindset and just watch something for me at night. And so that's what Teen Wolf has been. It's been a nice outlet. And I'm trying to keep doing that. So I haven't watched Gen V yet. If I do, I probably won't make content on it because I barely even made any content for the boys. So we'll see. I will watch it. I just don't know when. What's good? Felix, how you doing? Yeah, Spider-Man 2, I'm going to. I plan to. Whether that's on stream or not is TBD, I guess I should say. To be determined anyway, but I'm excited. You know, I wouldn't call myself like a diehard fan of video games. There are like hardcore gamers out there, mad respect to them. I am not one of those people. I like to play video games when the time is right and I can just fully commit to it. Like it was in January, it was kind of a dead zone for new content. So I literally played Last of Us 1 and 2, like bang, and like hours of just playing that game. So I think that weekend I may be out of town. Unfortunate timing, right? But the following weekend's a Teen Wolf convention. So like it's going to happen, but I'm not rushing it. The same thing for literally this is further proof to that. I haven't played Jedi Survivor yet. Love Fallen Order, one of my favorite games, and the story is so immersive as a Star Wars fan. Cal Kestis, phenomenal character. But I haven't ventured into the sequel yet. And I will eventually. It's not, those are things I don't have a pressure to rush on. Because I'm not making content about it, and it's not going anywhere. It's like watching an old sitcom, you know what I mean? So I'm excited to play Spider-Man 2. It's just whether it's day of, I don't know. I probably won't play a day of. Taco Boy Studios, you know the way to my heart. If you ask a theme park question, I always say that. By the way, if you guys are going to hit that like button, hit it. Helps out more than you know. But favorite roller coaster, hard not to say Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. This is from Universal Studios. Technically, Islands of Adventure is the park, and it's in Hogsmeade. Fantastic ride. It's got the thrills, you've got the backwards portion of the ride. There are some thrilling drops, some unexpected moments. The animatronic work is top notch. All around, great production value of the ride, and it's so immersive. It tells a story really well. Hagrid's my favorite Harry Potter character. The music, the theming. I mean, it's the most impressive roller coaster I've probably ever seen. Now, you could say, there's rides at all parks that are run of the mill in a way. For example, there's the Hollywood Riptide Rocket, which is just straight up drop and they do a roller coaster. But the immersion level, that's what really adds to it for me. The immersiveness, I should say, of a ride where it tells a story and there's theming and music. That is what puts a ride over the top to me, and that's what Hagrid's does. So, gotta love it. That's my favorite roller coaster. From Disney, I really like. Cosmic Rewind from Epcot. The Guardians ride is so much fun. But Expedition Everest and Big Thunder Mountain, shout out those. What's good? How's everybody doing? Welcome. Jake, I meant to get back to you. I'll DM you later, my friend. Welcome in though, and I'm looking forward to checking out the film. Let's see. Who's your favorite celebrity you've met at a convention? Because I have met some like outside. One at Disneyland, I met Sam Witwer, who plays Starkiller in Force Unleashed, and he also voices Maul in Clone Wars. And I want to say he voices Palpatine. Could be wrong, but specifically like the Emperor Palpatine we see in like season 5. Anyway, he was really cool. But I'd say my favorite celebrity I've met. It's so hard for me to like pinpoint one. I mean, I loved meeting everyone from Cobra Kai, and it was awesome to meet. There are some interactions where I feel like I actually got to meet the person, and there are some where it's like in passing, right? Like Joseph Quinn, I spoke to Joseph Quinn, but it wasn't like I met him, I feel like I really met Martin Kove, and that was a really neat one. He plays Kreese on Cobra Kai. Sholo was awesome. He asked me about YouTube. Paul Walter Hauser was the man. Other than that, I'm trying to think of my personal interactions. Because I've met some people with Cam. It was more about her. I mean, it was awesome to meet John Bernthal, of course. That was really cool. I got to tell him, hey, I loved you, and like as Punisher, but Wolf of Wall Street. And his reaction to that, like, it was genuine for real. He like smiled. He was happy. I don't know. Didn't really answer your question. I just kind of talked about a bunch that I've met. But I would say, I don't know. I really don't know. I think one of the best interactions I had was Martin Kove. He did like a line in front of my face and everything, but like a line from the show, not a line in he did a line from the show. Okay. He recited a line from the show, I should say, but man, that was funny. Anyway, I would say he's up there, but they're all awesome. All the people I've met. I haven't had a bad celebrity interaction, fortunately, yet. I've heard people have had plenty, and I'm glad to say I haven't. Do you think Loki's going to stick landing? So I have a review of Loki season 2, episodes 1 through 4, non-spoiler. I won't say anything. Don't worry if you have. I mean, I can't say anything, so I'm not going to say anything. I think it will, but it's kind of hard to say. It's kind of the same boat as season 1. We'll have to see. It's out of my control right now. We just have to see how it plays out, and I'll be sat. I'll say that much. I will be sat. But yeah, I'm doing good, Andrew. Glad to hear you're also doing well. Welcome to the stream. David's in the house. What's good, David? How you doing, man? Hope all's well with you. Is Spider-Man No Way Home a top 5 MCU? Easily. In my opinion, well, excuse me. Let me do this real quick. Endgame, Infinity War, Iron Man, Civil War, Guardians. It's top 7. It's top 7. I at times it's been in the top 5. Like it just depends on the day. Does that make sense? It just depends on the day. So yeah. I don't know. Right now, I love Guardians 3, Infinity War, Endgame, Iron Man, Civil War. And it's like 6 or 7, or it's 5, 6, or 7 right now. Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying Teen Wolf. I'm loving it, actually. I'm going to a con, Beacon Hills High School reunion at the end of the month. If anyone lives in Georgia and you're a Teen Wolf fan, check it out. On my Instagram, there's a link to the website. A lot of the stars are going to be there, signing autographs, taking pictures. It's going to be fun, and Cam and I will be there. It'll be neat. I'm looking forward to it. All right, are you going to make a Blu-ray haul at the end of the year? I mean, I don't think I've got a single Blu-ray this year, to my knowledge. I don't. I take that back. I think I bought like 3 in March. Some Scream movies and Violent Night. Haven't bought anything since then. So probably not. Maybe, I don't even know if I'll do a Blu-ray collection next year. I might break the streak. I know that hurts a lot of people, but we'll see. Jake says, thoughts on Ahsoka? I'm catching up, and I think it's pretty good. Have not seen the anime shows, though. They're just so long. I feel you. It's a commitment to watch Rebels and Clone Wars. It's a lot of time, and I did this when the pandemic was kind of in high, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost at the peak of the pandemic, like right at the end of 2020 going into 21. I rewatched Clone Wars. I hadn't watched Clone Wars since watching it live. And so I rewatched Clone Wars, including a first-time watch of season 7 because I'd never seen it. Excuse me. When it dropped, I said, I'm not going to do this until I rewatch it. Crazy how that was 3 years ago, by the way, almost 4. Anyway, watch that. And then I said, I'm going to do Rebels now. And I watched Rebels over the course of about a month. And I could have done it. I spaced it out. I did a few episodes every night. So it is a serious time commitment. I think when it comes to my enjoyment of the Ahsoka series, it peaked around episode 5 into 6. And then I think the show lost any sense of direction it had and ultimately felt pretty meaningless and pretty, like, to me, the show from the opening episode to the final episode, and I just put out a video going in depth of this for those who want spoilers. Didn't feel like we really moved forward at all. It almost felt like we moved backwards, if anything. So it was a frustrating watch. I really liked a lot of it. I equate it to like a Hangout show for Star Wars. But it's frustrating to me right now as I sit here and think back on it. What is the worst ep of Stranger Things 4? I have a video on this somewhere, but I don't know off the top of my head. That's the thing about movies and shows. Like, you watch them, you make video on them, and then a year passes and someone asks you about it, and you're like, I have a video from what I thought a year ago, but opinions change. And I would say, let's say, how about this? The lowest rated one on IMDb is episode 1 and 2, and they're both tied with 8.1s. I want to say my least favorite was actually, the Nina Project was in there, and that was the one I was going to mention. The Nina Project is probably my least favorite. Real emphasis on 11. That's the episode, I believe, where Brenner returns at the very beginning. And the 11 storyline, when it becomes more prominent, it was always my least favorite of that season. That and the California one. So, yeah. That probably the Nina Project, to be honest. Probably. But let's see. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. That's a mouthful, by the way. I didn't watch the movie or do a review of it, but that title's a mouthful, no denying it. Has to be a top 5 movie of the year for me. I haven't seen it. I can't speak to this. I know it's already on streaming, and I hate to burst anyone's bubble, but I probably will not watch it ever. And the reason is I've never watched any TMNT stuff. I had a friend, I want to say a vague memory of a childhood friend who had like a Ninja Turtle toy. I think maybe at one time I possessed a Ninja Turtle toy, but I never really played with it, and I've never gotten into it. You know, it's just one of those things that I just haven't gotten into, and that's okay. Anyway, let's see. By the way, if you guys are near 53 people, hit that like button. Helps out more, really appreciate any support that way. And Super Chat's the way to go to guarantee I get to your question, comment, concern. I won't get to every question in the chat. Super Chat, it'll pop right up, and it's a huge way to help support me directly. Anything goes a very long way. All right. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Hope you're also doing good. Speaking of Harry Potter, can you believe Michael Gambon died last week? I still can. Yeah, it's tragic, really. I mean, this is going to get sad and dark, but you look at the Harry Potter cast, the actor who plays Snape passed away, Alan Rickman. The actor who played Hagrid has passed away. Both actors who have portrayed Dumbledore have passed away. So it's like, it's just sad, and like, time's not stopping for anybody, It's real sad. Rest in peace. And the older we get, the more frequent, unfortunate that will become. And it's just, it's a sad, scary part of life and growing up, and it's just weird. It's weird and sad. Are you going to watch any more upcoming animated movies for the rest of the year? I'm probably not, and just wait for Wish to come out on Disney Plus. I'll watch Wish. I'll put up my watch list. I don't think I have any others on there. Let me check. I usually use the IMDb app for like my watch list. The only animated movie I have on there is Wish, so that will be the only one I watch. That's an hour and a half. Hallelujah. Anytime. Hour and a half movies for animated films or horror films, massive win already going in. Yeah, so I'll be checking that one out. Other than that, though, probably not going to see any other animated films this year. What's good, Mads Edits? How you doing? Welcome back. Always good to have you in here. I was wondering what your favorite Hunger Games movie and character is. So I'll have more Hunger Games content coming in about a month and a half. When the new film Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes comes out. Blah, blah. But my favorite character, I mean, hard not to say Finnick Odair. Beautiful man, played by Sam Claflin. I would say my favorite characters and my favorite movie is Catching Fire. And that seems to be the consensus, is Catching Fire is the best. I mean, it is. It's the best movie. The first two are the best. I am not a huge Mockingjay fan. They're not bad. They've actually grown on me as I've gotten older, but not like a crazy big fan of the last two movies, but the first two are like my jam, and I watched those a ton growing up. Ben, welcome. Splash Mountain, rip. Yeah, that childhood ride right there. Have you gone on the Indiana Jones ride in Disney? I have. A lot of fun. It's Disneyland. I've been there twice in my life, and I've done it twice in my life. So fun, and I hope they bring it to Animal Kingdom. There are rumors and speculation they might be doing that, replacing Dinosaur. Some people are all up in arms about it. I'm like, bring it on. As a big Indiana Jones fan, let's do this thing. Shout out my boy Jacob, Starcourt Food Court. Hope you're doing well, man. I know we talked earlier. Best musical, Hamilton. Like, if we're talking just a musical in general, Hamilton, if I had to pick one. Musical movie, that's where it gets interesting, and that's where I probably go Singing in the Rain, Sound of Music, West Side Story. Mount Rushmore of side dishes, a food question, another way to my heart. I love the food questions. They're original, they're fresh. I like them. And by the way, if you guys are in here and you want to guarantee I get your question, comment, concern, super chat is the way to go. It's a huge way to help support me in the channel. Anything goes a long way. But all right, Mount Rushmore of side dishes. Macaroni and cheese. All right, easily. Whether that's my mom's homemade mac and cheese, Kraft mac and cheese out the box, mac and cheese from a restaurant, anyone's homemade mac and cheese, you can't go wrong with it. Mac and cheese, Mount Rushmore of side dish number one. Number two, fries, French fries from this is like the go-to pretty much anywhere you are in public. Any restaurant, fast food, sit down, you probably will have fries with it. You go to a concert, a concession stand at a football game or anything, fries. You got to go French fries. You got to go macaroni and cheese. This next one might be controversial. Side salad. So we're talking, you go to a restaurant and you get your salad and they bring it out before your meal. And it's a house salad. So you've got the lettuce. But you got to go blue cheese dressing for me. Ranch is also good. I'm a blue cheese guy. I know that's a hot take. I don't care. So blue cheese dressing. But then we're talking, there's some chopped up onions, some tomato, little like boiled egg, hard-boiled egg, like chopped up in there. You got maybe some carrots, some onions, some olives maybe. I mean, great. So we've got macaroni, fries, and salad. And to round out the Mount Rushmore of sides, I'm not going to go tot. I'm not going to go onion ring. Those are too close to the fry category, okay? Those are all almost under that. Does that make sense? To round it out, I've got one green and two starches, technically. I would say mashed potatoes, baked potato. I would, but I can't. I can't because it's too close to the fry. It's too close to the fry, the potato, okay? So now I'm left with one choice. One choice. And that choice is pretty simple. It's another healthy option. And when done right, it's so reliable. It's so reliable. And it's simple. It's the green bean. Green beans. Canned green beans, homemade green beans with like some bacon grease in there, like on Thanksgiving. Green beans are just such a go-to staple side, in my opinion. You can even put that in a casserole. You can't go wrong with it. I probably forgot some of my favorite sides, but I wanted to get healthy and I wanted to get some just classics. So there you go. There's a food question. I love it. Love it. By the way, hit that like button if you guys are in here. Do it. Where was I? You looking forward to anything announced in the future for Star Wars? I am. Skeleton Crew. Because that seems like it's on pace with Andor in terms of it's a new story, it's a new cast of characters, it's detached from being so tied down by the Skywalker saga. That's what I want. So, yes, I'm looking forward to Skeleton Crew. Just ordered a 45-year anniversary Halloween shirt. Hell yeah. Has a Star Wars fandom attacked you yet? Not yet. I also probably won't check the comments of that video just because of that. So, if they do, it's beyond me because I'm not going to see it. Anyway, sometimes you just got to do that. You got to look out for yourself. Because reading a bunch of negative, hatred-filled comments just ain't going to get you anywhere. All right. How would I rate Nightmare Before Christmas out of 10? I haven't seen it in years. I think the last time I watched it was 19 or 20. Probably 2019, damn near. I wasn't crazy about it. Love the music. I like the vibe of this movie. And I want to like this movie more. Let's see. I'd probably go somewhere around. I'd probably still give it like a 7. 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Not a bad movie at all. Just almost more iconic cover and poster and character looks than actual main movie itself. If that makes sense. Ian says, keep watch burn with some of the worst movies of the year. Shout out Ian for that. I'm gonna say I'm chewing gum for those wondering. What's he doing with his? I got gum in my mouth. But anyway. Oh, I think I'm burning. God. I think I have to keep Fast. Well, I guess you said Fast 9 and not Fast X. So technically we're talking about last year's movie, right? Fast 9, I'll keep. I will watch 65 and burn Megan. I could not stand Megan. I couldn't stand Megan. A-Push will, it'll get you those late nights reading that textbook. It's something else. How's Teen Wolf season 4 been? The weakest season, but I'm finishing it up tonight. It's the weakest season, and apparently that's the consensus. So it's just a little weird and wacky plot-wise, and a lot of main characters from the earlier seasons kind of disappear this season. So not ideal, but, we move on. We move. Who's the director that you would want to see make a superhero movie? Good question, Nate. I'm going to say, look, there were rumors at one point this was happening. It's probably never going to happen, but Spielberg to do Fantastic Four. I would love to see Spielberg do some sort of family-based, something like The Incredibles or Fantastic Four, where it's like a family, and hell, it could be an original superhero story. Maybe that's a genre, he hasn't tapped into. I could totally see him doing that because he could solidify himself as the master of variety. He's got the musical, the war drama, the horror, the sci-fi with, War of the Worlds, people say. I know, shout out Jacob. But he's got the adventure, the horror, hell, even Close Encounters is technically sci-fi. So he's done it all, really. Yeah, and he's done an animated movie. No, I'm thinking of something else. Wait. He did. Was Tintin Spielberg? Tintin was Spielberg. I just never watched it. So yeah, he's done an animated movie. Because Hugo was Scorsese. I get the two confused, but yeah. All right. Let's see. Hopefully we get a DVD Blu-ray release of Indy 5. Yeah, they will probably release it on Blu-ray and digital at some point. I think it's on digital now. I'm sure it'll get a Blu-ray release, but I don't know. And I'm not going to buy it on Blu-ray because most of the Disney Plus stuff I just don't buy anymore. That's just a thing I decided. I can watch it in 4K on Disney Plus, and if I ever really, really, really needed to watch it, I could rent it on Amazon. But there's just so many times lately where I'm out with friends and I want to watch a movie, or I'm, on the go, and it's like I don't have the Blu-ray disc with me, so I could watch it anywhere. And so that's kind of where I stand right now. Not anti-physical media at all. That's just where I stand right now. Rationalizing purchasing stuff because they can get pricey. A new release 4K after tax is almost $40 sometimes, which is insane. What's your favorite ep of Stranger Things season 2? Well, good question. Apparently, I don't know Stranger Things season 2 at all, so I can't answer this one. I'm kidding. I'm going to put the link to the Unusual Couple podcast in the chat, and everyone should go watch the episode where I just make a total fool of myself. Sometimes you just got to do that. Hold on. It happened. It happened. I got exposed, and that's fine. But here it is. Stranger Things season 2 is my least watched season of the show. That's no secret. I think it's a really good season. I think it's the weakest season, and those two things can coexist, but people can't comprehend that. And so when I say it's the weakest season, people automatically get defensive and say, "You hate it. Why do you hate it? It's better." It's like my comeback is always, what other season is worse than this? You want me to put season 3 under this? Season 4? Season 1? I can't do that. It's the weakest to me. But my favorite episode is definitely the finale. The finale was awesome. So I'd say that. If you skip episode 7, The Lost Sister, and you go from 6 to 8 and 9, that 3-episode run is elite Stranger Things. The build-up in season 2 to me is the slowest. And I said this when I first watched it in 2017. I was like, damn, this is taking a little while to get going. It's a little weird, what's the word I'm looking for? Eccentric. Like darts, and it's what's going on. It's just a little weird, and that's okay. It's weird. And it's not the easiest to get into from the start, but it does fully hook you by the end. It does introduce some really lovable characters, Murray, Max, Billy, like iconic characters in Stranger Things. It's just the weakest to me, and I don't mean that out of a place of hate. It's just the weakest to me, and you'll see me if you watch the podcast, you'll see me go off on it. A super chat from Zach. Appreciate you, Zach. Is Saw X worth seeing in theaters then? I'm sure I could watch your review, but putting it in here. Well, thank you for, I don't know if this is on purpose or not, but thank you for the double super chat. It looks like it was the same thing twice. So if that was accidental, I apologize. But thank you nonetheless, Zach. I will say, when it comes to Saw X, so we're seeing theaters. Zach, are you a fan of the first Saw? I think I forget. I talk about Saw in these chats all the time. If you are a fan of the first Saw, it's worth seeing in theaters. Even if you're not, it could be an introductory movie. It might just, I would still watch the first 2 Saws before seeing this. That's my thing. Maybe even the first 3. It's going to be on digital soon. I would say if you're a fan of horror and horror that can get really graphic, then maybe check it out. But if you haven't seen a Saw movie, I wouldn't recommend seeing this as your first one. That's just my opinion. I've heard other people say this could be your first one, but that's just my opinion. I would wait until you've seen the first 3 to watch this one. That's just me, though. That's just me. Thank you for the super chat, Zach, and hope all's well with you. But I liked Saw X. It's not one of my favorite movies of the year, but it is a win. It's a clear win for the Saw franchise. There's no arguing about that. It is a clear win for the Saw franchise. Let's see. What are you doing for Stranger Things Day? We're going to do a special episode of the podcast. It'll drop on Stranger Things Day, which is not our typical release day. Our release day is Wednesday. We're going to drop it on then. Cosplay could be involved. Hardcore trivia could be involved. Potential ice cream could be involved. We'll see what's up with it. But we're going to make it fun, and I'll probably watch some Stranger Things on Stranger Things Day. Some of my favorite episodes, maybe from each season. That would be fun. Favorite Thanksgiving movie? Knives Out is my answer, just because it's a fall movie. I know Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is like a big Thanksgiving movie. I've seen it once. I was like, this is fine. It's not something I'm going to go to again, but it's fine. But there could be a new King in Town with Thanksgiving coming out this year. The Slasher. I still haven't watched that Red Band trailer. I know my buddy Jacob sent it over to me. I haven't watched it yet, but who knows? Anything's possible. I have not watched the Stranger Things house. Are you talking about the house from Horror Nights? I haven't watched the walkthrough of it yet. Probably, I don't know if I will. I may, but we'll see. Favorite Star Wars show? You'll have to stay tuned for a video tomorrow. Dedicated ranking of the Star Wars shows. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. I love your Clone Wars shirt. Well, thank you. Here it is. It's the trio. Cam got this for me for Valentine's Day one year. I have one myself, but instead it has clone helmets. Nice. Nice. All right, where was I? There I was. And by the way, if you guys are new, hit that like button. Helps out a lot. It's already been 30 minutes. These things fly by, I'm telling you. These streams are so much fun. They just go by like that in the blink of an eye. But if you are in here, hit the like button. Super Chat's the way to go to guarantee I get to your question. It's also a huge way to help support me, so anything goes a long way over there. Who's your favorite character from The Boys? The best character in that show, the best character by far, is Homelander. I'm hesitant to say he's my favorite, but I like Butcher a lot. Butcher's probably my favorite. Shout out Starlight as well, but the best character by far, any scene Homelander's in, elevated, and it's just so much more interesting. Really enjoyed the podcast today. Well, thank you. Here's the link to the podcast for anyone wanting to go watch the full episode today that dropped today. Go subscribe, show some love to the Unusual Couple podcast. But how would you order Stranger Things seasons based on final episodes alone? Real good question here. Just the final ep. Number 1 is season 4. That's literally 2 hours and 20 minutes essentially. And you've got it's the piggyback episode. You've got Eddie playing Master of Puppets. You've got the multiple layered scene of them taking down Vecna with Running Up That Hill, the remix playing. You've got the Hopper and Eleven reunion. You've got the final moments where we get the rendition of like the Stranger Things score, but it's like epic. The Stranger Things main theme at the very end, but it's like super epic. I mean, I could go on and on. That's number 1 based on the final ep. Then it gets interesting. I think I still go season 3 next. It's just too good. It's just too good. You've got the Battle of Starcourt, which is an incredible battle. Let me look this up real quick. Let's see how long. I think this one's about an hour 20. Let's find out. According to IMDb, the Battle of Starcourt is an hour and 16 minutes, which is about right. That checks out. That was the longest episode at the time. You've got the whole fight in the mall. You've got, Hopper and Joyce and Murray down with the Russians. I mean, it's just a perfect culmination of the season. Then I'm going to say, I think I'm actually going to say season 2 over season 1. That's where we actually get some variety here. Let me think on this real quick. Yeah, it's tough. Hold on. Yeah, I think I got to go the finale of season 2 over season 1. But I hate season 2. No, The Gate. That episode's amazing. You've got that's the one where they like trap Will, I'm pretty sure, unless this is the episode previous. I could be wrong, because trust me, I probably am wrong now that I think about it. Let me actually look so that I can figure out. Which one is it? Is this the episode where they tape Will in? Nope, that's episode. Yep, okay. I think the penultimate episode, one of the 2 episodes, it doesn't matter. It's one of the 2 episodes, is when they like put Will in and like Should I Stay or Should I Go is playing, and they're all like interrogating him or whatever because they want to keep his mind off of where he is, and they're also doing the Morse code thing. That's sick. Anyway, 2-1. So if I'm ranking them based on finales from top to bottom, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Anyway, am I going to go to London and watch Stranger Things play? That would be awesome. I don't think I'll make it out there just because that's super expensive. But that would be really cool. If it ever comes to the US, I would totally go. And if it ever drops on Netflix, I'll obviously watch it and do a review of it. Absolutely, we'll be doing that. What's good? How you doing? Again, if you guys are near, hit that like button. Do it. How many likes is the stream currently at is the real question. Let's get as many likes as possible in here. It's frankly the best way to help support the channel, hitting that like button. We are currently at 36 likes. Hit it. Let's get to 50. Whiplash or Good Will Hunting? Gun to my head, Good Will Hunting. Which movie could I quote more? Probably Whiplash, but gun to my head, I'm taking Good Will Hunting. Let's see. Side salad done correctly is goated. This is calling back to when I was doing the food discussion a bit ago. Welcome back to Food Stock. Today, I've got my review of the Stranger Things ice cream flavor. No. Mount Rushmore of Thanksgiving food. Love this question. Love it. Love it. So, 4 options. These are my favorites. These are foods I have on Thanksgiving, but I can also have some of them outside. Does that make sense? We all on board here? Good. Number 1, I feel like it would be wrong to not put turkey on here. Okay, I never eat turkey, and like I eat deli meat turkey outside of Thanksgiving, but turkey, and that's fried turkey, like out in like deep fried or in the oven. If it's tender, if it's juicy, I'll get a leg, or yeah, like the big drumstick looking thing. So I'm going turkey, but not so fast. I'm actually scratching that off and I'm throwing ham on there over it. That's blasphemous, right? I was just faking you guys out. I actually prefer ham to turkey. So give me ham. That's such a hot take. Ham, number one, baked ham. Number two, I frankly, I gotta say mashed potatoes. Number three, I'm gonna have to say deviled eggs. God, I love deviled eggs, and I always have them on Thanksgiving. They're always so good. And number three, for me, I'm gonna say it's called it's green bean casserole to many. To me, it's called shoe-peg corn casserole. That is my four. That's my four right there. And then five for dessert, apple pie with vanilla ice cream on top. God, it's so good. Favorite action comedy? Give me The Other Guys. You come to my house, you get my wife's name right, Christina. God, that movie's funny. I did see this. Yeah, I saw that someone from the Stranger Things writers room was with Charlie Heaton, I guess, and or he was somewhere, and they posted the picture of the previous GIF of him, and he was like reenacting the scene. It was pretty funny. All right. Favorite non-horror movie to watch during the fall? Good question here. Love the profile pic, by the way. I would say the answer to this for me is going to be I guess like I don't know. I like to watch Remember the Titans any time of year. It hits different in the fall because like football, fall, it just goes hand in hand. But also, I really enjoy watching the Halloween Town movies on like vibes alone. They're not very good, and I don't even log them on Letterboxd sometimes if I just like have them on the background. But there's something about them. They create a nice fall vibe. I'll say one of those, I guess. Or Charlie Brown, The Great Pumpkin. Come on now, childhood right there. Hey Chris, could you name me any random animated Disney movie? I have a presentation to do on a movie and no clue which movie to pick. The Lion King. I feel like if you have to do a presentation on a Disney movie, that's the easiest one to do it on because of it's just yes. Just do The Lion King. You got all the outlets. You can go, oh, they made a Broadway musical out of it. They did this with it. You talk about the music alone. You can talk about the story and how it's sort of based on, I believe, Hamlet. Endless opportunity. Mount Rushmore theme parks give me. I only really go to Disney, Universal, and Disneyland, and on occasion, so I'm not saying like Six Flags or anything. So I'll pick the specific park. Does that make sense? So I'm saying Magic Kingdom is goated. It has to be on there. Epcot is goated. It has to be on there. Hollywood Studios, no. We're going Epcot and Magic Kingdom. I'll go Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. So I got 2 Disney and 2 Universal. Even though I love Hollywood Studios and the Animal Kingdom. I've never seen the 2003 Hulk movies. Did you guys know that? Now you do. I never have seen that movie. Crazy, right? It is what it is. It's the Ang Lee one, right? Yeah, I've just never watched it. No desire to, really. That's just why I haven't seen it. No desire to check it out. Currently at 41 likes, so if you guys are in here, hit that like button. It helps out a lot. I've never watched Doctor Who either. Probably never will. That's just too much lore for me to devote the time to. Water break. Cheers. Water with gum. Interesting combination. Kind of burns a little bit. By the way, go check out the Unusual Couple podcast. Here's a link. You guys go subscribe. New episode dropped today. If you want to see me and Cam get into it over some Stranger Things trivia, it was a fun time. No way I would have seen. I have discussing film notifications on, but still funny. All right, let's see. I was somewhere. Go to comfort show. Wow, that's a good call. I usually don't rewatch shows a ton unless I really love them. I think Stranger Things is a comfort show for me at this point. But in terms of sitcoms, I would have to say like How I Met Your Mother's a comfort show. I don't watch it all the time, but like whenever it's on, I'm comforted. Does that make sense? Yeah, in a way, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is becoming that for me right now. It's whatever sitcom of the time I'm watching, it becomes a comfort show, and that's the case with this. Top 3 sodas: Dr. Pepper, Classic Coke, Sprite. Favorite character in Peacemaker? Give me Vigilante. I'm going Eagly. Eagly, baby, for the win. I have seen 127 Hours. Great movie. Great movie, actually. It got nominated for Best Picture. I think Franco got nominated for Best Actor. Like, great film. Inspiring by the end, but tragic, very freaky, almost like terrifying story. Like, imagine being in his shoes. It's something. And of course, yeah, the snowball at the end, referring to we're talking about season 2. Of course, that's at the end. Yeah, the moment when Nancy dances with Dustin is so sweet. All right. Have you played the Guardians of the Galaxy video game? I have not. What do you think about Cloud Dixon and Michael Stein scoring from Stranger Things? I think it makes the show. Yeah, it's all-time TV score for me. It enhances the show. I was listening to Kids, my favorite track, Kids, the one you all know. It's from season 1. They use it again. It was in the beginning of a lot of seasons. They use it at the beginning of season 4 when Mike's like running around getting ready. It's nostalgic at this point. But anyway, I love Kids. The track Kids. It sends chills down my spine. Let's see. Exorcist Believer, 3rd. Yeah, I was never really going to watch this movie, to be honest. I've never seen the first Exorcist, so I was going to have to watch that as homework pretty much. And I was like, I'm just going to not watch Exorcist Believer, and that's what I did. So I didn't watch Exorcist, and I'm not going to watch Exorcist Believer. And life's going to go on. Well, I did not know Joe Keery took the photo. That adds to the inception of it all. That's crazy. A picture of Joe Keery taking a picture of Charlie Heaton looking at a picture of Joe Keery and Charlie Heaton in a scene from Stranger Things 5 that's previous 3D animation of something they're going to act out eventually. That'll get you. Let's see. My stomach is rumbling right now. I don't know. My stomach just let out a massive growl. I don't know if you guys heard that. I could eat. All right. Who should sing the opening song in the next 007 movie? Damn good question, actually. I would say I don't know. Who sang the most recent one? Was it Billie Eilish? I don't even remember the most recent one. The most memorable one to me by far is Adele, Skyfall. That's one I like listen to on my own time outside of the movie. I would say that's too tough for me to make that call. Niall Horan? I don't know. He can sing well. Why not? You know? All right. I have seen Do the Right Thing by Spike Lee. Years ago now, but I have seen it. I haven't seen Death on the Nile, but I'm going to say Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc is the better detective, sight unseen. That man is a goated detective, especially in Glass Onion, the way he just solves everything pretty quickly, at least it seems. He's great. All right. Who's the best Spider-Man? I'll go Andrew of the main 3 live action. I'm almost caught up in the chat, so we might, if I don't get any new ones soon, we might be caught up and be done with the stream. I mean, check out DreamWorks Land next year. Yeah, if I get the chance to go down there, if it opens next year, if I get the chance to go down to Universal, I'll probably go. Have a good night, Taco Boy. Thanks for hanging out. Mm, start with the first Mission Impossible. Watch them all in order. That's the only way to do it, in my opinion. Or you could just watch. No, I feel like you gotta watch the early ones so that when you get to the really amazing ones, there's some payoff there. Home Alone 2 or the Santa Claus. Also, have you seen the new Santa Claus show? I tried to watch the new Santa Claus show. I couldn't even get through it. It was so bad. I literally turned it off like early on in watching it. I was like, this is awful. Enough. And I turned it off. It was ruining the Santa Claus, or trying to, but I erased it from my memory, thankfully. Home Alone 2 or Santa Claus? Give me Home Alone 2. Home Alone 2, it's so similar to the first Home Alone, and that 1-2 punch of those movies, incredible. Like, I try and watch them every December. They're nostalgic for me. The New York setting just adds to that magical charm of Christmas season so much more. And the Wet Bandits, they're the sticky bandits because he got the damn tape all over his finger. That movie's awesome. Pigeon Lady, Tim Curry as the concierge. What's his name? It's Rob Schneider, right? Rob Schneider is like the bellboy. That's so tip. And then he's like this. And then he's like, he plays the Angels with Even Filthier Souls VHS tape. And I quote that movie all the time. There's a line where he's getting the ice cream bar, like in his hotel room. He's running up that bill and he's like, how many scoops? And then he's like, 2 scoops? Make it 3. I'm not driving. I say that all the time to my friends. It's like, I just randomly, credit card, you got it. Like, I quote that movie way too much. I love it. Love it. All right. What's good? How you doing? I don't know if you're even saying yo. I think you're trying to talk about something else, but what's good regardless? What is one Stranger Things moment you wish you could watch for the first time again? I'm going to have to say, so I'm going to give you the obvious answer, but I'm going to tell you the other one that really, when I watched the show for the first time, this is the moment I knew the show was special. End of Ep 3, season 1, Ep 3, when they find Will and Heroes is playing. Good Lord, that gets me. That gets me good, the chills. And then they're like, it's him. It's really him. And Mike goes off on 11 and like runs away. And then he's like crying in his mom's arms. And then you've got Jonathan and Joyce like meeting and hugging like that. Well, I was like, this is television. You know, people say cinema. This is television, baby. But if I had to pick another one, I'd have to say Dear Billy. When Max is running from Vecna. That's the best moment in the show to me. Alongside the running up that hill montage and like Master Puppets, that moment, like I was on my feet, like, let's go. Let's do this damn thing. So that's high up there for me. Alrighty. Best MCU show is Loki. Rewatched season 1 and it solidified that for me. Loki. Yeah, gotta go Loki. Okay. Yeah, gonna have to second this. Absolutely. All right, where are we at? Best Halloween movie, but not scary. I'd have to say there's not many that I like that much. Like Halloween Town, perhaps. I know a lot of people would go Nightmare Before Christmas. A lot of people would go Hocus Pocus, but I've never been crazy about a lot of those movies, you know? So I'd say one of those probably like objectively, but I don't have like a personal favorite non-scary really Halloween movie, unless I'm just not remembering one right now. But yeah, I'll probably wrap this up fairly soon. So if you have any last minute questions, fire them off. Super Chat's the way to go to guarantee I get right to your question. If you got one you've been dying to ask me, it's also a huge way to help support me and the channel. All right. Aside from Logan, what's your favorite X-Men film? Days of Future Past, baby. Great film. First Class, right in the mix too. You got to have both of them. And I know I say 1-2 punch a few times in stream, but that 1-2 punch, come on now. Bow, bow. Gotta love it. What's your most quoted movie? I would have to ask someone else, what movie do I quote the most? You know, I mean, I find myself quoting the Home Alone films a lot. I find myself quoting Remember the Titans a lot with friends. Um, Star Wars films, like I'll just say, always on the move, or there's always a bigger fish, just random stuff. Yeah, I don't know, honestly. It just depends on the day and the context of the situation I'm in, and whatever I've watched recently. A lot of the times, whatever I'm like, there was a period of time where all I quoted was The Irishman and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with my buddies. This was in 2019. Now I don't quote those movies as much, but I still quote Once Upon a Time in Hollywood a lot. Tonight the Night, why not? I say that all the time. It's from that movie. So yeah. Let's see. Favorite hair. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I have fun doing streams. What's your biggest food hot take / weird combo? I mean, I'm pretty conventional when it comes to food combos. I don't do anything too outrageous. Like, I know pineapple on pizza is a big trendy thing. I eat it on occasion. I don't ever order it, but if it's there, I'll eat it, I would say I really don't think I have many like super hot takes. Like, I like to dip my fries in blue cheese dressing. If that's gross to people, then I don't really care. If I get wings and I have blue cheese, I will dip the fry in blue cheese. It's better than ranch, I'm telling you. Ooh, okay. If I have a hot dog at my house, I'll put mayo, mustard, and ketchup on it. That probably grosses people out. What? Mayonnaise on a hot dog? Is mayonnaise an instrument? Yeah. I'll even throw some cheese on that thing. All right. A hot dog snobs are the most annoying foodies out there. It's the Chicagoans, the people up north. You can't put. What kind of asshole puts ketchup on a hot dog? Kid, Richie. Yeah, kid asshole. Whatever he says. That's from The Bear. Oh man, that's funny. Dipping your fry in chocolate milkshake is very good too, by the way. People think that might be unconventional, weird. I like it. On occasion, though, I would love if Stu came back. I've been a proponent of this for a while. Let's get him back. Have you watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space and or Critters? Nope, and no, I haven't seen either. Yeah, pretty much any piece of music used in Stranger Things is masterful, man. Like anything, it could be a song that was made before years ago that they put into it. It could be a remix. It could be an original score. Like, it's just so good. How do you feel about Stranger Things 5 being as big as blockbuster movies? I mean, yeah, it checks out. Season 4 was, honestly, the finale of season 4 was blockbuster movie level. It checks out, and it has to be. It's the biggest show in Netflix history, and the stakes are the biggest they've ever been. So it's going to be cinematic, and I'm here for it. I think David Harbour's going to be the next big actor. I think he's already a pretty big actor, but I might know what you mean. Do you mean like Pedro Pascal level big, like the hype train for him? We'll see. I mean, anything he's in, I try and watch. I didn't watch Gran Turismo yet, but I need to. Can I talk about Outer Banks? P4L, baby. Poke for life. I love Outer Banks. There you go. Can't wait for season 4. We're going after Blackbeard. What? Like Blackbeard ship or Trezor? I forget what they tease at the end, but I'm ready. Best Spider-Man movie of all might be the OG or No Way Home. Do I think Stranger Things 5 hype would be bigger than it was for Volume 2? Yeah, by a lot. Like the hype for Season 5, I'm telling you. What the fuck was that? That literally scared the crap out of me. You guys just... That has to be clipped. Jacob, you have to clip that. I swear to God, I'm not kidding. I'm sitting here talking. I thought I just heard a damn... like a snake. There's a cardboard box right here, and it was like pinned against something like tight, and it went and dragged. I literally just jumped out of my seat. I thought I was about to have to throw down with a damn snake or a creature. My heart's racing right now. That scared the shit out of me. That literally scared the shit out of me. I'm just talking, and then it's like, it was like, I'm trying to emulate it. It was like, I was like, what? It sounded like someone was running up that hill in here or something. Damn, bro. My God. That scared me bad. Anyway, that'll get the heart rate up. Oh, man, that was good. Whew. We breathe. Anyway, what's your favorite movie to watch on Valentine's Day? Crazy Stupid Love, definitely. That's my favorite like rom-com type of movie. All right. That was unbelievable. That scared the crap out of me, whatever that was. It was a cardboard box. It did it again, you bastard. Hold on. Yeah. Making sure it can't do it again. Damn thing. I'm like all pale as a ghost right now. There we go. Yeah, I liked Violent Night. I think they are making a second one. I'll watch the second one, honestly. Yeah, that jump scare was scary. Yeah, clipped it. Nice. Another cockroach. That's literally what I was thinking. I was like, is there a cockroach alive and well right now? I had to really think, but I always look around whenever those are mentioned. He who shall not be named. No, that was crazy. That was funny. Oh man, good times, good times. All right, where was I? Mustard ketchup on his mac and cheese. Yeah, that's vile. That's foul. Oh man, I know people put ketchup in mac and cheese. I've never been on that train, and I probably never will be. It sounds wrong, to me at least. I think the Stranger Things play will be excellent. I just want to know how I can watch it. You know, hopefully I can. We'll see. I've still never seen the Lego Movie. I always get asked about this. Least favorite season 3 episode of Stranger Things. Take these all with a grain of salt. I just literally go to IMDb when I'm asked, and I look at the episodes. And I'm like, oh, this is my least favorite. The lowest rated are the first 2, and that's about right. Those are those are the worst 2 eps in my opinion. I would say probably the first ep. Honestly, that's literally just because the episodes get better. Say the first episode of season 3, but take that with a grain of salt. I love mustard, especially like spicy mustard, like deli mustard. Ooh, on a sub, it hits different. I love it. Will the Stranger Things play the important? Well, they're trying to act like it is, and that's why I'm thinking they got something up their sleeve in terms of an announcement. They're like the key to the end. It's like you can't just say this and then not have the world be able to watch it. You know, we need a live action Cal Kestis something. I think, or do we? Who knows? I'm here for it, but at the same time, his story works in video game form. Maybe just leave it there. It's kind of like the Rebel stuff, you know. I hate where was it? Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? I hate snakes. Hate them. Favorite Shyamalan movie? Paul was a banger. Well, thank you, lad. I appreciate that. I had a lot of fun with the podcast. Here's the link to that for those who are wondering what we're talking about. Go watch the new episode, especially if you want some Stranger Things talk. We get into it over there, but gotta go Sixth Sense, and it's really not close. I don't think it's really not close. I don't think. Network 98 with the super chat. I'm late. You remember The Craving? I do, with Joe Carey, Taco Bell. It's usually brought up in these streams. I do remember it. I recall it. The Craving, Joe Carey. Taco Bell movie coming soon to cinemas. Thank you for the super chat, though, Network 98. Keeping it alive with the Craving references. Do you want the MCU reboot? I don't. I don't think they should. I don't. Yeah, that would be kind of dumb at this point to reboot the MCU. I mean, they'll eventually have to do something new with Iron Man and all that, but right now is not the time. Maybe 10, 15, 20 years from now? We'll see. Who knows? Could be. Who knows? All right, where was I? Yep. Podcast, go check it out. And I'll take like 1 or 2 more questions, so fire them off. If you got one you really, really want me to answer, super chat it in. I'll get right to it. Any support goes a long way, but I'll go for like 1 or 2 more questions. Thoughts on the new Captain America? I like the new Captain America. I really like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Sam Wilson I think is a good, worthy new Captain America, so I'm here for that. And I'm excited for the movie, and Harrison Ford's going to be in it playing Red Hulk, I believe, so that should be nice. That should be cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to come out next year, but it might be delayed. I have no clue, honestly. We'll see. After Avengers Endgame, do you think the Avengers movies were over? I thought for like a decade, and it looks like it's going to be about 8 years, which is impressive. I mean, 2019 was Avengers Endgame, and then 2021, 22, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 8-ish years until we get the next one, roughly. So it's crazy how that works. I'm excited for the DCU, sort of, but not terribly. It's kind of hard to get too excited for DC right now. At the time, I thought Max should have died, but now I'm like, they probably have bigger plans for her. Will there be another Spider-Man soon? Probably. I would assume once the actor strike ends, they'll get the ball rolling on Spider-Man 4, hopefully to get that out in 25, maybe? Wishful thinking, by the way. Let's see. Anyway, I'm probably going to wrap the stream up. Probably going to do it. Probably going to wrap the stream up. All right. I'll end with this. Keep Watch Burn, Scream, Mission Impossible, Karate Kid. Does Karate Kid include Cobra Kai? Because if it does, then I don't know. That's tough. Oh, man. Are we doing franchises or just the first movies? That's the real question here. Hold on. My friend just sent a DM. I think it's the clip. Let's watch it.
Yeah, by a lot. Like the hype for season 5, I'm telling you. What the fuck was that?
I jumped out of my seat. It literally scared the crap out of me. It scared the actual crap out of me. Great clip. All-time moment. I literally thought like something was coming for me. My God. Oh, man, that was fun. But anyway, franchises. Okay, I just saw some clarity in the chat. Franchise. I will say... Shoot. And that counts Cobra Kai for Karate Kid or no? That's the real question I need to follow up to real quick before I answer. I'm going to... Wow, these are all really consistently good franchises. If it's just the Karate Kid movies, though, then I might have to... No Cobra Kai. So it's just the Karate Kid movies, then I have to burn it, unfortunately. Because the Karate Kid 1 is the best, but 2 and 3 I can do without some days. So I'll burn Karate Kid. I will keep Mission Impossible, and I'll watch Scream, because Mission Impossible has 4, 5, 6, and 7 all-time great action movies, and 3 is even really good too. So I'll do that. Yeah, Mission Impossible is a great franchise. So that's my answer. But yeah, that's a good one to end on. I feel Hall of Fame moment. Yeah, the jump scare, absolutely. So that's gonna do it for this live Q&A here on this Wednesday evening. I got some Teen Wolf to tend to, so I'm gonna go watch that. But that does it. Thank you guys as always. If you're here on the replay, hit the like button. If you're here right now, hit the like button. It helps out more than you know. Thank you guys if you sent a super chat, if you commented, if you just watched silently. It means more than you know. Stay tuned for more content coming very soon, including Stranger Things content, all sorts of movie and show content, whether that's in short form, long form, on all the social medias. You know the drill. But thank you all as always for being here, and I will see you guys in the next piece of content, next video, next live stream. Again, you know the drill, but I'll see you guys around. Until then, peace.